let's talk about it. So I've been seeing videos stating that you can start a candle business with just $100. But is it really true? Is it true? So today I'm going to be breaking down exactly how much I've spent starting my candle business, from wax to wicks to fragrance oil, dye, all that, to just the little things that you might, not think about, including the registration for my business. So we're about to go ahead and get into that. So I will be launching my candle business. December 15th. I got my EIN in the mail, so your girl is official. So my first scent, of course, is called Berry Blush, and it's gonna be a year-round candle. It ain't going nowhere. And yes, I'm launching with just one scent because I just want to focus on that scent, the quality, quality over quantity. And so yeah, so I've been testing wooden wicks, doing marble designs, and just getting everything ready for my launch. But one question I keep seeing is, can you really start a candle business with $100? Now, like I said, I seen a video saying that you can start a candle business with $100. But as I was watching the video, my eyebrows raised, and I had to look like something. Hold on. Okay, but yeah, you get the drift. So I was just curious to see if you can start a business with $100, a candle business at that, because I feel like that stuff can add up. So as I was watching it, I don't know, the math wasn't math. And the only way I can come up with of you being able to start a candle business with $100 is if you get a candle starter kit off of Amazon. Because I think they starter kits that come with the wax, the wicks, labels, warning labels, all that. I know because I tried out that candle kit back in 2020. And selling it in person, and whatever profits you get, just keep putting it back in so you can get more quality, products to be, or quality materials to be able to make your candle business be more successful and better, because they say as your business grows, your product supposed to grow, your inventory supposed to grow. Just overall supposed to be growth. So yeah, that's the only way I could see someone starting a candle business with $100. So yeah, so let's just go ahead and get into the numbers. So while I'm doing this video, I will be screen recording so y'all can see like the true numbers of what I spent on materials. So yeah, so let's go ahead and log into Lone Star Candle Supply, because that is where I started, this Lone Star Candle Supply. And let's look at the very first order. So I purchased my first candle starter kit, and that was January 22nd, 2024. And I purchased a fragrance oil, a 16-ounce fragrance oil, and a candle making starter kit. And although after that I kind of made the kit and didn't really pursue it fully. I kind of just got the gist of certain things and I kind of just fell out. But with that dye and fragrance oil, it was a total of, I'm gonna be writing this down because you know at the end I'm about to calculate because I ain't never really calculated how much I spent so far. But that was $146.55. And I might not even include that because it was in 2024 and I really didn't take things seriously then. So let's go ahead and go to the next order. So the next order, okay, this is when I got serious. July 7th, 2025, I purchased a clamshell tart making kit because you already know previous year I already did the candle making kit, so I wanted to see how to make wax melts basically. So that kit was a total of $71.09. Okay, so let's just say they're not worrying about making wax melts at the moment. So although I'm gonna include it in my calculation, let's just move on to the next order. So the next order, I kind of went a little crazy because I just knew all I had to do was just buy the jars, the wicks, and the wax and fragrance oil, put it all together, and it was gonna be voila. Or was I wrong? But anywho, the next order I purchased July 14th, 2025, and I purchased the straight-sided 9-ounce jars with the metal twist lid black. I bought my Libby jars 21 ounce and the Libby lids as well. I purchased pumpkin caramel delight 16-ounce, strawberry cheesecake 16-ounce, apple cinnamon 16-ounce, Eco 10 6-inch wick. I purchased a Easy Wick setter tool that helps me wick my center my wick in the jars. I purchased a sample of a fragrance oil called Flower Bomb, liquid dye in brown because that was supposed to be for the caramel, and then the red for the strawberry cheesecake. And then I bought some hot pink dye, and that was supposed to be for the Flower Bomb fragrance oil. I bought glue dots, I bought clamshell molds, and I bought another candle starter kit using soy wax. So I started off using soy wax. So the total that I spent on that order, $435.51. So if the math is mathing, we know that I have went over the $100 limit. Okay? So off the rip. But we're gonna keep going. Okay? So the next order that I placed was July 18th, 2025. I purchased the Golden Brands 454 coconut soy wax, 10 pounds, CD8 6-inch wick. I purchased their fall collection, their fall 2023 collection. Their top selling autumn fragrance oil sample pack. Okay, maybe those, I say thumbs down for those because I was doing like the fragrance, the out the bottle smell. So out the bottle, none of them was good for me. Maybe if I would have made a candle with those, maybe I would have got a different outcome. But out the bottom, no. So that order was a total of $84.06. Okay. Next order that I placed was August 18th, 2025. And this is when I decided that soy wax wasn't working for me. Coconut wax wasn't working for me. So I went along with the 6006 wax 10 pound. And that order cost a total of $48.12. And when I purchased from Lone Star Candle, you can use USPS or you can use FedEx, small parcel home delivery. I always go with FedEx. No matter what the website, if they have anything besides USPS, I'm going with it. As a person who works for the United States Postal Service, I prefer not to get my package delivered through that, although I will be using them to ship out packages. I know that makes no sense, but I guess people use the post office because it's cheaper. And guess what? You get what you pay for. You get what you pay for. Overall, they're not bad. You know, they're not bad. I just don't want my inventory to be coming through the post office because stuff can get lost, it can get delayed, and ain't nobody got time for it. So moving along. So the next order that I purchased was August 28th, 2025, and I purchased some CD7 6-inch wicks. And this is what I was doing. I was testing so many different wicks, trying to figure out what is going to work with my setup, with the wax that I'm using, with the fragrance oil that I'm using, the fragrance load that I'm using, the marble effect. Like, everything plays a part into your wick performance when you're burn testing, okay? So that was a total of $28.12. Okay, the next order I bought some more 6006 wax 10 pounds and strawberry cheesecake fragrance oil 16 ounces, and that was a total of $69.16. I'm a little worried to calculate all this all together because it's gonna show me some things for real. Okay, so my next order I ordered on October 17th, 2025, and I ordered strawberry cheesecake fragrance oil 16 ounce, CD6 6-inch wicks, and Golden Brands 494 melt and tart wax 10 pounds for my wax melt. And that order was a total of $88.52. Okay. We still in October, so the next order was October 23rd, 2025. I ordered my 8-ounce Libby jars, 6006 wax 10 pounds, strawberry cheesecake 16 ounce, and got some sample scents, peppermint fragrance oil, and lemon lavender, and both of those were 1 ounce. And that came out to a total of $101.52. Okay, so the next order was on November 14th, 2025, and this is when I ordered a wicks sample kit, the LX series wicks in Libby Sadish jars, 8 ounces. One thing I can say about Lone Star Candle, if you don't know what wick is gonna work for your jars, it's better to go ahead and get a sample of the series that you would like to try out, versus like my previous orders, I just chose a wick, not doing really research on if the wick was compatible with my jars. And that way you can save on cost as well if you just go ahead and try out a sample wick series for your candles. And yeah, so that total for that order was a total of $50.18. Okay, so I placed the order November 21st, 2025, and this is when I decided to try out the wooden wicks. So I got the wooden wick sample kit and a sample of black ice. I do like that fragrance oil, and I like black ice in my car. I don't like no other tree with another scent in my vehicle. It has to be black ice. It's just something about black ice. It's just something about it. Okay, so that total was $25.35. Alrighty, so the next order was placed November 30th, 2025, and I ended up getting 6006 wax and medium wooden wicks because I figured that works well with the vessels that I'm using. And that was a total of $56.43. Okay, so what else? Oh, that wasn't the last order. That's the last order. Okay, that was the last order. So that was all the orders that I placed with Lone Star Candle. And I did place some orders with Candle Science. So what I'm going to actually do is I'm going to calculate all the total from Lone Star Candle so we can see where I'm at, you know. And I just know. Okay. Anyway, so $71.09 plus $435.51 plus $84.06 plus $48.12 plus $28.12. plus $69.16 plus $88.52 plus $101.52 plus $50.18 plus $25.35 plus $56.43. So with Lone Star Candle Supply, I spent a total of $1,058.06. I'm kind of scared to continue with these calculations because it's like when you place an order, you just don't know at that moment. But that stuff add up. So again, how can you start a candle business with $100? I don't know. Okay, let's go ahead and get on to Candle Science. I really haven't placed that many orders with Candle Science, but I placed some orders with Candle Science. Okay. So I only placed 2 orders with Candle Science. So on Candle Science, I placed an order November 6th, 2025, and I purchased CD4 6-inch wicks, and I purchased a sample of white sage. Well, actually the sample is free, but I got white sage and lavender, and then also purchased their strawberry cheesecake 16 ounce, and that came out to a total of $57.68. Okay, my most recent order, I purchased strawberry cheesecake. I got a free sample of their fresh linen odor eliminator. I actually already received those items, and their fresh linen smells good. Strawberry cheesecake smells good. So if y'all don't know, I'm actually going with Candle Science strawberry cheesecake versus Lone Star strawberry cheesecake, because again, Lone Star strawberry cheesecake is more of the strawberries. Candle Science, you can smell the notes of the strawberries, the creaminess of the cheesecake, even a little bit of the graham cracker, like, you know, the crust part. And then I also ordered white sage and lavender 16 ounce fragrance oil, and that order came out to $74.65, and that was, so to add that up, Lone Star orders with Candle Science ordered 57 plus 68 plus 74 plus 65. We're at $1,190.39. Okay. So again, I just don't know how you can start a candle business with just $100. I've had to do so much testing that it's not even funny. I've done so much testing that I end up questioning myself, like, is it me? Why this ain't working for me? I'm seeing everybody else flourish, and that is something that I gotta not to do. That I should not do is compare myself to another person, because their journey is their journey, my journey is my journey. What they do is what they do, and what I do is what I do. Their success is their success. My success is my own success. So again, like I said, Testing is very, very important. So I don't understand, because like when I did Amazon's candle starter kit, when I tested the burn, how those candles, first of all, the wicks that I received look like tea light wicks, and the way they burn, they was tunneling, it was soothing. I was like, how y'all just going? Even like Lone Star candle starter kits, they didn't do really no soothing. It's like they knew what worked for that wax, them vessels that they gave you, that fragrance oil, that color dye, all that. They tested it themselves probably before they put it out there. So yeah, so I'm still gonna dive in, because if you know, you know. So that was just wax, fragrance oil, wigs, clamshell molds, and all that. That's a lot. That's a lot. You know, it's crazy. That's not even including the labels that I got from AveryLabels.com. Like, I even sampled or tried out their labels. The first set of labels I didn't like. And then I got more labels, and it's just that. And then not even including the boxes I have purchased from Uline to get my package, to be able to ship my packages out. So it's probably well over $2,000 that I've spent starting my candle business. And not including the LLC that I registered my business. Like, with my LLC, I went through IRS. I know everybody promote Taylor Brands, but I look at reviews. I look at reviews, and I got trust issues. Especially when it comes to money. Okay, so I'm not gonna get into that, but when I went to the IRS to register my business, I purchased the LLC, I purchased the operating agreement, I purchased some other stuff that I don't remember, and then also the filing fee. So it was like a little over $500. Whoever said it was cheap to get an LLC, it's not. So I can see why people don't do it just yet. But see, I want to be legit. And I just went ahead and got my LLC. Because one thing is, I don't want to put my business out there and it's not registered. It's not. I just feel like it's kind of just not mine if I don't register it. So yeah. So again, so can you really start a candle business with $100? My answer is no. No, you cannot. Maybe sort of. I feel like somebody can make it doable. If you make small batches from home and you sell in person, and you just keep putting it back into your business, putting it back into your business. But to create high quality candles that burn safely, have labels with your business name on there, and just legally ready to sell online. It usually costs a bit. I know what y'all thinking. What is she drinking? What is she drinking? Y'all know how coffee lovers say, I want half and half. I say I want half and half, but my half and half is different. Half cocoa, half marshmallows. I don't do coffee, so this is what I do. And it's cold outside, so I like to drink my hot cocoa. And also, when the hot cocoa is hot and you put marshmallows on top, it cools it down a little bit, so it's not too hot. But anyway, some good cocoa. Hold on. Okay, so like I was saying, like with all that being said, it's usually going to cost a bit more for quality. I just want my candles to shine and last for my customers, and that means that I have to invest in wicks, quality wicks, fragrance jars, labels, and obviously the legal registration. So yeah. But I can give like a couple of tips that I think I can give a little tips out. I learned a little bit during this journey. But if you're trying to start your own candle business on a budget, a few tips I will give is buy only what you need for your first test batch, or just for the batches that you're trying to test out. The reason why I say buy what you need is because I know that we dive into the YouTube world and we do our research, and we have everyone saying to get this or to get that, get this wax and works with this wig. This week works with this fragrance, use this amount of fragrance oil, use it. You can't do that. You can't really rely on what other people tell you to do, because what works for them it might not work for you. I've listened to what people said and it didn't work. And I know it didn't work because of what I'm doing is different from what they're doing. They wasn't doing marble candles. So what they was recommending wasn't going to work for me, didn't work for me. So you have to do you and let them do them, okay? You do you and let them do them. Because their journey is not your journey. You have to do what's best for you and what you're trying to put out to the world. I know starting a candle business is overwhelming. It has been very overwhelming to me. There has been times I wanted to call it quits. I didn't want to do it because it wasn't working. But I ain't no quitter. I quit it too many times. I was supposed to start this back in 2020. It's a whole 5 years later. All right. Another tip that I would give is reuse tools when possible, like your pouring pots, your thermometers, like stuff that you get from your candle starter kits. Just use those until you can, if you want to scale up and get, a better thermometer and a better pouring pot. Because a lot of things like that, I feel like can wait. If you already have the material and you're seeing somebody else have, and I think that's our problem. When we see other people have stuff, you be like, it makes you want to go buy what they have, but what you have is fine. What you have is fine. It doesn't have to be fancy. It doesn't have to be the latest and the greatest. work with what you have. It will save you a lot of money, okay? Especially if you want to stick to starting a candle business with only $100. Okay, another thing is, please don't skimp over. I said skimp. I should say skip, but skimp over quality. Do not rush and put something out there that one, you did not test. You just made it and just assumed that it was going to work out. Because what's going to happen is your business is going to fail before it begins. Those bad reviews, I don't even know if you can remove bad reviews, but bad reviews will break you instead of make you, okay? The flame and the milk pool matters. You don't want your candle to tunnel. You don't want your wicks to have a large flame, cause sooting, cause the black smoke around the jars. It's not a killing. It's not safe. It's just not safe for your customer. The customer is trusting you. They're investing in your business, assuming that you're putting out quality products. And if you're not putting out quality products, how can they trust you? How can they go back and want to purchase more of your products? You have broken the trust. And it's your fault because you should have tested your products. And keep testing and keep testing. Now, no candle is perfect. No candle is perfect, and I've learned that, and I have been trying to get my candles to be perfect, and they're not going to be perfect. They're perfect to me. They're perfect to me. Okay? I made these today, but they're perfect to me because you know I'm getting ready for my lunch. But they're perfect to me. To me. There's no noticeable imperfections, you know? They're perfect to me. You know I gotta show off my candles. Berry blush coming soon. Oh yeah. Focus. Okay, and I also would say something that I didn't do is keep track of every cost, including like your legal registration for your LLC, but just keep track of your costs. Now, I do budget my personal finances and I do use every dollar. I don't really keep track of my business. So what I actually do is I just set aside a certain amount for my business that I want to spend for that week. And whatever is needed, I purchase during that time if it's within that budget. Now, I don't really keep track of what I'm spending, but I do budget for it. But I just didn't know that it was going to add up to $1,732.19. Okay? But yeah, so that's kind of like, I would say there was like 4 tips that I would say about starting a candle business. So yeah, if y'all want to see me set up my thermal printer, for my launch, I'll be posting a video either Friday or Saturday of me setting up my thermal printer and print first labels. I really want to see if I can print thank you stickers. If I can print thank you stickers, that'll be cool. That'll be one less thing that I would have to buy. But yeah, so make sure you check that out. But this is the end of this video. And again, can you start a candle business with $100? And the answer is No. How you say no in Spanish? No. Okay. No. All right, well, you guys, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe if you would. You want to see your girl thrive. And I will see y'all in my next video. Bye-bye. Oh, I forgot to, okay.